All right. Good morning. Good morning. Um, so I'm going to be answering another question today. Specifically, all right. If you didn't read it, it was basically saying, asking if a guy has 100 pounds of cupping ability and he's arm wrestling the guy who has 110 pounds of back pressure or rising pressure ability. Will that always translate to the guy getting his hand taken? If everything's fair and you let the guy load into your hand or he gets to go, then yes, every time that guy's going to get his hand flopped. It's just, numbers don't lie. Now, that being said, there are ways around that. I'll assume if you let him load into your hand, you're trying to hook him. So I would recommend to not let him load in your hand. If you've watched a lot of my videos, I'm a big believer in not letting guys load in your hands, especially, tournament day, super match day, whatever it is. Never let them load in your hand. If you're practicing, okay. But my first thought, if you're trying to hook him, no load. No load him. Maybe even grab a little bit lower. Be willing to grab just a slight bit lower so you get a better wrap. But I would no load for sure, because he might have 110 pounds of pressure here, but does he have it here? A little quarter turn, you know what I mean? It's likely he doesn't have it there. And you're no longer here, you're here. So if you're top rolling, load back with him. Don't let him just load into your hand. Load back with him, and see if you got more back pressure. Because when both of you are loading, it's not as much about who can cup what, but who can rotate what. Your cupping really doesn't come in a whole lot of play in the middle of the table when both of you are top rolling. It's more when you start going sideways. So that's not as relevant. A third option is to no load, right? Push him off center just a little bit on the go. If you tried loading with him and he's still beating you, no load, hit to the side just a little and fall out, right? Because when I do that, as soon as I push him off center, now instead of here, he's here again. So now he don't have that 110 pound ability or what have you, that he can't hit his riser like he was, right here. I mean, there's a reason we do back pressure and riser max lifts straight on. We don't start over here, because you can't do as much. So a lot of times if a guy's got too much back or too much hand, I'll try to knock him off center right out of the gate, right? Just knock him right off center and then fall out, right? So on go, I'm ready. I'm hitting here, but my arm's going here first, and then I'm falling out. That's kind of my go-to if a guy has a better hand or I'm worried about his top rope. I try to knock him off center. I actually do the same with a guy I'm worried about shoving his shoulder in there, whether it be flop wrist or what have you. I try to go ahead and knock him off of his shoulder. There's a couple different strategies though. Those are, basic ones. If a guy's got more back than you or more riser than you, you got to get creative. You got to start using speed, misdirection. Those probably first two things. Setup, always. If you ain't winning the setup, you ain't winning the match most of the time. So definitely win the setup. Be higher, be further back, be closer to your arm. All those small things. But I would try the misdirection. If you've already tried, like I said, loading up with him and he's still beating you. That just means his hammer or his riser is too good for you to just go straight back. So you got to figure out another thing to do. like I said, getting him out of position on the go is probably the most crucial in winning the setup. So hopefully that answered your question. Again, if a guy's got too much back for you to cut, some of these options are the direction I would go. Anyway, hopefully that helps you out, man. Y'all keep throwing the questions out. I like them. I got a few more. It's been a long week, so I didn't get to this one for a couple days. But I keep dropping them. Like and subscribe. Roll Tide.